Yo, YouTube, what's up with your boy, Sports and Fitness Rants? I'm back, guys. Hit that like button. Subscribe to my channel. What's up, y'all? Welcome back, guys. Welcome back, man. Got another great video for you guys today, as usual. You guys know the deal on this channel. It's all about setting the record straight, stopping the lies, stopping the narratives, stopping them from rewriting history, guys, and bending reality, man. And in this video, I want to talk about LeBron James, and something that, we all know. Now, LeBron James has never learned to lose with any kind of a class, any kind of dignity, any kind of respect. He hasn't learned how to lose, like, the right way, so to speak. He doesn't figure it out. 21 years in, this man has not figured out how to lose and keep his integrity and keep his honor, the respect, man, right? Lose the right way. He hasn't figured out. We're going to talk about in this video what I mean, guys, about losing the right way. And I want to thank you guys, everyone across the world, everyone across the states has been supporting my channel. Once again, guys, you know the deal, man. I'm truly humble, guys, for real, man. You guys interacting, man. You're leaving your comments, you're emailing me, you're sending me messages. I really appreciate it, guys. Like I said, I try to interact. I try to get back to you guys. Sometimes I forget to do things or I miss things. So forgive me, guys, if I left you hanging, so to speak, man. But I really do appreciate all support. It means a lot, guys. I know my videos are not fancy or flashy. It's literally just me here, yelling at you, kind of like. But I feel like, it's us having a conversation, man. I'm talking to you guys. Like I said, I'm giving you guys the perspective, and I'm giving you guys the facts here, man. You guys know the deal, man. I don't have to lie about the past errors to make them greater than, these guys today, or to get my point across, or to make my point. So much respect to all you guys, man. Like I said, I'm truly humbled, man. Shout out to everybody in the membership, man, that continues to support my channel. Thank you guys very much. Shout out to my man, Vernon Lee Warren, coming through with the super thanks. Once again, like I said, you truly humble me. Vernon Lee Warren, a true supporter, man. Thank you very much for coming through with the super thanks again, man. Thank you. And you guys know what to do. Turn the volume all the way up. Hit that play button. Remember, these videos are for educational purposes. And let's roll. So, yes, guys, like I said, man, I wanted to do a brief video on LeBron James and, some of the things that we're always talking about on this channel, right? And how I tell you that LeBron James is not worthy, guys, right? The word worthy, right, and being worthy, to me, LeBron James is not that. To be in that conversation of the top 10 greatest players and top 5 greatest players, to me, LeBron James doesn't deserve to be mentioned or talked about or debated with those guys. So whoever you guys think are the top 5 or the top 10 greatest players in NBA's history, there's usually about 12 to 15 guys, names that are thrown around. It's usually the usual suspects, so to speak. Whoever those guys you think those guys are, the Magic Johnsons, the Larry Birds, the Tim Duncans, the Bill Russells, the Will Chamberlains, the Kareem Abdul-Jabbars, the Oscar Robertsons, the Jerry West, the Dr. J's, the Elgin Baylors, right? The Bob Pettis, the George Mikens, right? The Shaquille O'Neals, right? The Hakeem Olajuwons, right? These kinds of guys, Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, whoever you think that these top players are, right? To me, LeBron James does not deserve to be argued or debated with those guys because of the simple things that I've talked about a true professional should have, a grown man should carry himself with. And those are things like honor, class, integrity, the respect, right? You earn the respect if you carry yourself with those values. If you hold yourself to a level of integrity, if you carry yourself with class, right? You hold yourself to be honorable, to do honorable things, then you'll earn the respect of other grown-ups, other professionals, other grown men. And that's what I always told you guys on this channel. And most people, you guys, I read the comments, it resonates with you. You understand what I'm alluding to. Because when we talk about the mindset on this channel, the mentality, and I mentioned those values, this hurts your on-court game. Because once again, you're not holding yourself to the values of a true competitor, a true professional. So LeBron James will walk off the court early. Is that an honorable action? There's no honor in you walking off the court early and being a sore loser. It's not honorable. So these are things we're alluding to. When we talk about LeBron James always making excuses, never taking accountability, once again, that's not honorable. This shows that you are not a respectable person, because you refuse to take accountability when you are the leader, or you're supposed to be the leader. The leader's supposed to take accountability. You're supposed to take that on. That burden falls on you. And why is a burden fall on the leader? Because the leader's the one that gets most of the praise, right? Most of the credit when things are going right. So on the flip side, you must take that burden on. That's how it works. That's how the world turns, ladies and gentlemen. Remember that. It's not just in sports. No matter what it is in life. If you're the leader, you're the father, you're the king of the castle, whatever it is, you're a grown man. You're supposed to hold yourself accountable for the things that happen to you. It's on you. You have to learn from your mistakes. I've been there, guys. I've made many, many mistakes, man. Many mistakes, guys. Part of the reason why my life has been as hard as it's been. But I always tell you guys what, my life is nowhere near as hard as other people have it. As hard as I thought I did have it, or as bad as I thought things were getting sometimes, the mistakes I made put myself there. I put myself in these positions. It's always on me. I have to own up to these things. I can't blame others, point the finger at other people. That's not honorable. That's not having any kind of integrity. Because when you don't have integrity and you don't do the right things, when people are not watching you and you're flip-flopping all the time, then that's when you start to lose yourself. And that's when people lose the respect for you. Because you're not a person that has integrity. All these things, they go hand in hand, ladies and gentlemen. And they all have one thing in common. You can't buy them. You cannot buy this. This is nothing that has anything to do with your status in life, the job you work, the car you drive, the house you live in, the neighborhood you live in. None of this stuff matters. These values have nothing to do with that. It has to do with who you are inside of you and what you stand on and what you're going to stand on and stand for. And like I said, learning from your mistakes. We all make mistakes. LeBron James made a lot of mistakes, guys, just like we all have. The problem I have with this dude is he does not seem to learn from the mistakes. And why don't you learn from mistakes? Because what I just told you, you don't take accountability for your actions and your mistakes. So when LeBron James gets all these players, right? He brings Russell Westbrook in. He brings in Carmelo Anthony. He has Dwight Howard there, Anthony Davis, Rajon Rondo. He brings all these guys into the team, right? In that 2022 season or whatever it was. And he tells us to keep that same energy because people are doubting him, all of these things. Oh, man, this team is not going to work out. This is what people were saying. But you had others out there saying it was going to work. Remember, I told you, Kendrick Perkins said, guys, on ESPN, that the Lakers were going to win 70 games that season, guys. That's what he said on TV, Kendrick Perkins, guys. But when he tells us to keep that same energy, right, and things go horribly wrong, they go get derailed, things fall off a cliff, they don't even make the playoffs, and you don't own up and take any accountability for it, and you just blame injuries, and you blame other things, and you don't own up, once again, this is where you lose everybody. This is where you lose all the respect. This is where you lose all your honor. Because here you go talking down to, once again, the commoners, talking down to us, doesn't keep that same energy. You guys want to say this. You guys, remember that whole long tweet he sent out. He said, I want you, please, I'm begging you to keep that same energy during the season. And we've been keeping the energy. LeBron James ain't got the energy to take any responsibility or any accountability. So he'll just pass the buck on. He'll make an excuse. That's always been about. The media will make an excuse for him. His fans continue to make excuses for him. And that's why he's not respected, guys. And this is why I say LeBron James never learned to lose with any kind of honor, any kind of class, any kind of respect. He never learned to lose the right way. So once again, he walks off the court early. That's not losing the right way. Who does that? Is that what you would teach your children to do? Would you teach your children, and they're in a game, and things aren't going good, they're getting blown out, whatever the case is, to walk off the field, walk off the court, just walk off, abandon your team when you're supposed to be the leader? Would you want your kids to do that? I wouldn't want my kids doing that. I told you guys, I coach basketball, football, and baseball. I coach 3 sports, 6, 7-year-old kids. I've been coaching my son since he was 5. And one of the things that we do after every game is line up and shake hands. We literally do that. That's still what you teach children. I don't know what you guys do, and that's what I'm doing. It's part of the game. And I've also told my son before, listen, man, don't worry if you get how you're getting beat down. You know, you get discouraged. You're losing. You're getting beat down by a team. Don't worry about it, man. I always tell my kids, my daughter and my son, to compete. That's what it's about. It's about competing. You know, my daughter was trying out for the soccer team at junior high a couple of weeks back when school first started. And you know what I told the guys? I didn't tell her to go out there and score a bunch of goals and get a bunch of assists and do all these fancy tricks with the soccer ball to show the coaches that, you know, you're good enough to be on the team. Because she was really nervous my daughter. And she's always like that. I told her, don't worry about it. Just let yourself do what you do. Just be yourself out there. But you know what I told the guys? Not to score those goals or anything like that. I told you to go out there and hustle and compete. That's all you worry about doing. Don't worry about nothing else. Don't worry about scoring no goals or being fancy with the ball, showing off all these skills. I said, you go out there and you hustle. You out-hustle everybody. You out-compete everyone. That's how you make the team. That's how you get on the team. It ain't about being fancy. You go out there and you show that you're going to give the effort, that you're a competitor. That's what you have to do. And then my daughter made the team. And once again, these are things I'm alluding to, guys, on this channel. You have to go out there and give the effort and be a true competitor. That's what people respect about you. LeBron James ain't earning the respect because he's not being a true competitor. And this is what we're talking about, guys. This is what we talk about on this channel. Not knowing how to lose. It ain't just about the losses for LeBron James, the 4 and 6 that we talk about on this channel. It's the way that LeBron James lost. You put the odds in your favor and you still continue to lose. And then when you do lose, you make excuses. You pout and moan, you complain and cry about it. No one even respects that. No one respects that. That's not how a true competitor is supposed to go out. You don't come out in a post-game press conference and read off your stat line? I'm averaging a triple-double, so I'm the greatest player in the world. He says the corniest, most ridiculous statements, the most unaware statements, like I said, lacking any humility from LeBron James. No humility. He's not humbled at all. That goes to you not learning anything, not learning from your mistakes. That's called humility. When you make a mistake and it's called being humbled by it. LeBron James was never humbled by anything because he's not being held to the standard or held accountable for anything. So he's never been humbled. You must be humbled. Michael Jordan was humbled repeatedly by the Boston Celtics, Larry Bird. They humbled him. Yeah, you scored 63 points, but you still lost. He was humbled by the Detroit Pistons, Isaiah Thomas, Dennis Rodman, Joe Dumars. These guys, they humbled him, and the Chicago Bulls. Yeah, you guys are good, but your team ain't great enough yet. Yeah, you could be Michael Jordan, but your team ain't there yet, Michael Jordan. So they humbled him. So what did that do? That made Michael Jordan look at himself in the mirror and say, damn it, I have to work harder. I got to push my team to be better. We have to do it. We can't look for help someplace else. I'm not requesting a trade. I have to do it. I have to be the leader and lead this team. If I want to be like a Magic Johnson, a Larry Bird, if I want to be one of them dudes, if I want to be respected and looked at as a true professional, a true legend, that carried himself with the honor, the integrity. Jerry West, they said almost committed suicide. He was that distraught after losing to the Celtics year after year after year. This how far he went with it. Because he was a true competitor. And he did not want to be known as a failure, as a guy that couldn't get it done. This how much it meant to someone like a Jerry West. This is part of the reason why he's in my top 10. There were no excuses made for Jerry West. He didn't make no excuses. He didn't cry and moan and come to a post-game press conference and blame all this other nonsense. He was distraught. He looked at himself in the mirror. He wanted to win. It mattered to him. LeBron James out here making excuses all the time, never taking ownership. This is why you don't have the respect of a Jerry West, of the other all-time greats. And I'll never put you in a top 10 conversation. You'll never be debated with those guys because those guys carried themselves with the integrity, with the honor, and they earned the respect. They earned it. They didn't make excuses. Just this last season, LeBron James, they lost again to the Nuggets. And what did he do in the post-game press conference, guys? Just this past season, he started talking about, yeah, we haven't been really whole since the in-season tournament. And you saw what we did with the in-season tournament. And, we haven't been whole since then. This is part of the reason why, there's always an excuse, man. There's always something. Instead of just being like, yeah, man, they were the better team. They beat us. We didn't get it done. I didn't get it done. I didn't make this shot. I didn't make that shot. Right? He had the wide open three-pointer that would have gave them the win, but he missed it. Right? And then Jamal Murray hit the game on the other end. See, he won't give Denver Nuggets any credit. He won't take on the chin. He never take on the chin, LeBron James. He'll never just take the accountability, onus on anything and just be like, yeah, man, I didn't get it done. It was on me. You know, I didn't play that great. They were the better team, man. Good on them. We got to come back next year stronger. It's always yeah, you know, well, listen, I had 27 points, 11 rebounds, 8 assists. You know, I'm averaging a triple-double. Hey, you know, this guy was injured. Yo, you know, we didn't really have our whole team all year. Our chemistry was off. It's always some nonsense, man. Denver Nuggets win a championship, or they beat them and they go to the NBA Finals for the first time in franchise history. Here goes LeBron James. Yeah, you know, I might be thinking about retiring. I'm not sure. It's always about LeBron James. It's always a story. It's always something. This dude is such a clown, man. Like I said, not a grown man. He's not respectable. When you think about the decision, guys, it's not the decision that necessarily bothered me, personally. The decision's whatever. He did the decision. He wanted to go to Miami. What bothered me is that LeBron James refused to take ownership of that decision. He didn't want to own the decision. He wanted to make that move, that cowardly move, and then not have any backlash from it. The same thing that Kevin Durant wanted. Kevin Durant wanted to make that weak, soft move, but get no backlash from it. Once again, if you're going to make the move, then you got to take the backlash. You have to be willing to deal with that. It goes both ways. You can't have it one way. And that's what these guys are. They fail to realize this stuff. And it's out of respect of Kevin Durant or LeBron James for those things. Because they wanted to make those weak moves, knowing that it was a weak move, knowing you were going to get heat from it. And then when you got the heat, you acted like you didn't deserve the heat. And how dare people kick back on me like this? What? Are you kidding me? You wanted to make the move and get no heat from it. So when LeBron James makes that move, then you got to deal with it. Because why did LeBron James come after the 2011 Finals, guys, and say that we go back to our boring lives? Why did he say that? He said that because he felt that people were rooting against him. And how dare they root against him? What'd he say? They want to see me fail. No one want to see you fail. They want to see you lose, you clown. They wanted to see you lose. That's not failing. They wanted to see you lose, man. Nobody wanted you to be hurt. No one wanted you to fail in life and become bankrupt and live on the streets. No one wanted nothing like that to happen to your family. They wanted you to lose. And that's okay for people to root against you, LeBron James. But how dare they root against me because I'm LeBron James? They rooted against Michael Jordan too, guys. A lot of people rooted against Michael Jordan and the Bulls, especially on the second three-peat. They had their naysayers. People rooted against them. They got tired of seeing them win. But what did Michael Jordan do? He said, okay, deal with it. Beat us. We're doing it the right way. They earned it. So they were always respected. LeBron James ain't respected. So when he makes that move and doesn't own up to the move or take the accountability, you're getting upset because people are burning your jerseys and everything. That's on you, man. You should have owned up. You should have taken that accountability. And you knew that was going to happen. But that's part of LeBron James' problem. And that's why he said, go back to your boring lives. Because how dare people root against me? How dare they root for me to lose? How dare they want me to fail? You don't get it, man. You're a clown, LeBron James. You're a straight clown for thinking that way. And that's part of the problem for LeBron James and a lot of these other guys today, the mentality of them, right? This is why they're so sensitive. How dare we say anything about them, right? They'll come and clap back at the fans. They talk down to the people. And that's why LeBron James is not respected, man. And this goes to the part of the problem that he still hasn't figured out. Never learned from the mistakes, never worked on his overall game because he's been content doing what he does. And he's been allowed to do what he does. So the NBA has manipulated the rules for him all these years, and LeBron James still cries and moans for fouls. Think about this, guys. Think about all the free throws that LeBron James' Lakers have gotten over the last 3-4 seasons. All the free throws they've gotten. I've done videos on this, guys. The numbers are astronomical. And I've compared them to Michael Jordan's teams in the 90s. They're not even close, guys. Go look it up. I'm not learning about this. Michael Jordan, Chicago Bulls, guys, in the 90s, they were always in the bottom 5 teams in free throw attempts, guys, literally every season. They never shot any free throws. They never got any advantage in the free throws like LeBron James' teams did. And yet still, they were one of the top teams in record-wise every single season. LeBron James' teams get all this help with free throws and foul calls, and yet they're battling for a 7th, 8th, 9th seed every season with that help. Where would they be without it? Exposed. But LeBron James still cries and moans on the court, flops around a high level. How can you honor it or have any respect for someone like that? Where's your class? Where's the honor in this? There's no honor in flopping like that when your team's getting all these calls. There's no honor in you crying and moaning for all these calls on the court, pounding, moaning, standing around on defense, acting like a big baby with your poor body language when you're literally getting all the calls. Your team is literally getting all the calls, and you're still crying and moaning, still making excuses. Where's your integrity, man? Goodness gracious. But you want me to respect this fool? Is LeBron James fans? Yo, you never have anything nice to say about LeBron James, man. You got nothing to say. It's always some negative, man. But LeBron James, you always got nothing negative. Dude, I can't. How can you respect this dude? I've never once said LeBron James should not be in the Hall of Fame. I've never said once that LeBron James ain't top 50 or he ain't top 100, like I've heard other people say. I've never said anything crazy about. I've never lied about him. I've been I'm holding him to a standard, the standard I hold myself to. How can this man not be held to the same standard I hold myself to? That's the problem for you, LeBron James fans. You won't hold him to a standard because you hold yourself to a standard. So you don't care if he does all those antics. He don't work on his game. He just drives into people and bows his shoulder, shows no overall development. He regressed. Still can't shoot, still airballing free throws? How the hell is that possible? Still turn the ball over at a high volume, still won't play no defense. I'm supposed to respect and root for this guy and say he's a top player in NBA's history? Get the hell out of here. What are you holding on to? You're holding on to nothing except for your emotions and your feelings, man. I'm here dealing in reality. I'm dealing with the facts. And the facts remain. LeBron James is nowhere near Michael Jordan. And the facts remain, LeBron James never learned how to lose like a grown man, like an adult, with respect, with honor, with class, right? Never learned how to do these things. Always made an excuse, always pointing the finger at his teammates, pointing the finger at the coaching staff, the fans, the organization, whatever the hell case may be. He always pointed the finger at everyone else and then pat himself on the back, read off his stats, talk about what he's doing on the team. Right? Never supporting his teammates, never, like I said, helping his teammates help him by playing an actual system and helping them be more consistent. He won't do those kinds of things. He won't play any defense all these years. Still blame his teammates, though. Not taking any ownership. Still flop around the court. Still crying, moan to the referees. Just stand around, right? He'll get tapped on the head and take 10 minutes off the game. Is that honorable to you? No. Not honorable to me. Still don't know what to do at the end of games because he never developed a go-to move. Never worked on a go-to move. He developed a go-to move in the clutch with any consistency. This is why in the end of these games, like I've always tell you guys, he's inconsistent. He'll turn the ball over. He'll make a weird pass there. He'll do an off-legged, one-legged weird three-pointer one time. Then he'll drive and pass it to something. I mean, you never know what this guy's doing. He don't even know what he's doing. His teammates don't know what he's doing. The coaching staff don't know what he's doing. The fans don't know what he's doing. These are the facts, guys. The facts, man. He ain't never learned how to lose. There's a way to lose with honor, with class. When Michael Jordan was losing to the Pistons and the Boston Celtics, that's how you lose. You lose with respect. You lose with honor. You lost, okay. You take on the chin and you come back again. That's what they did. That's what a lot of the greats did. That's what most of the greats did. Now LeBron James, though, he refused to do that. Lose any kind of integrity, honor. He lose in 2009, tearing the jerseys off. 2010, tearing the jerseys off. Walking through the tunnel all upset. Blaming the teammates. Right, it ain't my fault, man. I'm playing with these bums. So he allows his fan base to tear down his teammates all the time. Meanwhile, when I was growing up, Michael Jordan teammates were respected as role players that helped the team win. Now, how can LeBron James win with these guys? How can Michael Jordan win with those guys? Because he helped them help him. Craziness, man. You guys know the deal, man. These are the facts. LeBron James ain't never lose with no class, no honor, no integrity, man. Never. Never carried himself that way. Remember when he was making fun of Dirk Nowitzki guys in 2011? He was up 2-1, feeling himself, right? Being a front runner on his super heat Miami team, right? Coughing, old Dirk sick. Yeah, it's all funny, him and Dwayne Wade. Two goofballs, man. Two idiots. And what happened? Dirk turned it up on them, and they had no answer for the man. They lost 3 games in a row. No honor. No class right there from LeBron James. Classless individual, man. Fake reading books, classless. Standing around on defense, there's no respect there. Where's your respect? It's like you don't earn respect. I want my damn respect. How am I supposed to respect you? You guys know the deal, man. I'll catch you guys on the next one.